unfortunately.
Yeah,
So
it
we're going to
just
be,
seemed like he was on top of that, and that was the game right there, pretty much. Those spore
yep.
crawlers.
So we are moving into our next match as Dredsky has lost for Eternal Dreamers. Haffy is now going to be taking up the battalion, the battle stand, if you will. Haffy is a Protoss player. He's 17 years old, and he started playing Brood War when he was 12. He's been playing RTS games starting around age 5 with Empire Earth, and he's won the past two Sacramento Land Fests and has been the top ranked Masters North American player on SC2ranks.com in the past, so he is a decent player himself. So let's see if he's got the answer to Coyote
Sorry,
in this match.
my camera will adjust, I promise. Someone's commenting my face is like the surface of the sun.
It is, yeah.
There
You
we
should
go.
figure them lights out, huh?
Great camera. I did post a link to our Reddit post in this in the chat, so do upvote that. Let everyone know about the stream. Tweet it. Follow us on Twitter at WingNetSC at Galligation. Just share this around. We want to have a goal of getting as much people exposed to this league as possible, so share it around.
Yep, we want to grab a lot of attention for these great players. They are really impressing me with the quality of play that they've been showing in the matches thus far in the tournament. And we're not even in the bracket stage yet. We're still in group stage 2. So there are plenty of games coming up, and they're only going to get better as time goes on.
Absolutely. We'll just jump right into game number 2.
Yes. For those of you keeping score at home, StarCraft 2 strategy is up 1-0 at this point. Haffy is taking over for Dredsky after Coyote has won the game 1.
In our upper right-hand corner, we've got our Zerg hero from the last game. He is from StarCraft 2 Strategy. His name is Coyote.
And in the bottom left-hand corner from Eternal Dreamers, it is Haffy. And Eternal Dreamers is posting in chat that Haffy actually achieved Grandmasters just last night. So congratulations to Haffy. That is huge.
Woohoo! Good job.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, there's just so many good people involved in this league, and as we've said every night almost, there's the people that we run into, from their biographies, their history in playing StarCraft. Some of them have been at fairly major tournaments, played against people that are well known in the pro scene, and there's just a good number of people that are participating on teams in this league that are just on the cusp of breaking into the big time. It seems like.
I completely agree with that. I'm really excited to see where a lot of these players go. I'm sure that within a whole lot of time that we will start seeing a lot of familiar names on the main stages of some of our favorite tournaments.
Looks like it's going to be a gateway in base for Haffy from EtnD, deciding to avoid the forward fast expand, which from what we've seen in a lot of PVZs so far in the league, people are really opting for the one gate Cybernetics Core expand as opposed to the either Forge First or Nexus First Forge Fast expand. So Zerg definitely being a bit more of a threat, maybe a little bit more aggressive lately, because he definitely hasn't scouted anything to tell him that he should do this or shouldn't.
Well, with the Gateway Cybernetics Core early, you're able to put on some pressure early game if you'd like. So if Zerg gets greedy and starts trying to take 3 bases right at the beginning, you can try and put some pressure on that, maybe get a cancel, maybe actually kill a base. And that can really set back your Zerg player.
Yeah, especially if you can, it seems like it's been pretty popular to chrono boost out the Zealot right away, followed by a quick Stalker after the Cybernetics Core is done to go right over with the Mothership Core and do some pressure, and you can force the Zerg into making a lot of Zerglings and instead of drones early, and that really puts a pinch on what Zerg really wants to do. Is ingrained in their bones is to make drones.
That's right. And Coyote does have an Overseer walking around, or an Overlord rather, and seeing the Cybernetics Core finish, seeing the gateway there, so he knows what's up.
Like that Zealot is going right down Mothership Core coming out of the Nexus, so it's going to be a quick Mothership Core. Looks like he's getting ready to expand here too with his own Nexus. Very standard, very typical. And our Zerg buddy, he's got a couple Lings out on the map. He's mining gas, going to be getting that speed here shortly once he gets his 100 minerals. Was not the fastest gas in the world, so he's not trying to go crazy here. Expect to see a
It looks
third
like
base from him
that
at some
Zealot
point.
actually got canceled, so there isn't going to be anything but the Mothership Core to fend off these Lings, but they The Mothership Core is powerful enough to be able to do that. Coyote splitting up his lings, trying to get at least one in there, but Happy is aware of what he's trying to do and pulls off the Mothership Core to attack the other one.
Yeah, it takes 4 shots from Mothership Core to attack a Ling, so if you can see it coming in and do a little bit of micro, you can easily kill that without it getting past the Mothership Core if it's only one, so that's a useful tidbit. It's like a sentry being warped in now to block off the ramp to the main. There's an Overlord over here, so he's going to be able to come in here about the 6 or 7 minute point with that if Coyote, or if Happy doesn't end up preventing that. Oh, nice snipe on that Zergling by the sentry to not allow it into the main base.
Second coming in right now. Coyote really wants to see what's going on. He does see those extra 2 gates. Sentry, 2 sentries now. Them both moving forward.
Ling's
go take out that
now
Ling.
is half done. Is that Pneumatized character? Is that the Overlord? Yeah, Overlord speed going down as well, looks like. So do we have some Baneling drops potentially coming in?
Well, he's going to have to get another upgrade before that's a potentiality.
I like that word, potentiality. That's a good word.
It is a good word.
Queen
That's
going to
a,
deflect that
pointing
Mothership
down
Core
word.
easily as it just comes in to scout and it sees what you would expect, a base. Coyote has not put down a 3rd base yet though. Looks like a drone headed out now to do just that, as Haffy's going to be putting down a pylon here, but Happy with that intuition is, oh, does he see that drone going up there? He does, so he knows that a 3rd base can be going down. Puts a pylon down on the high ground.
And this is going to be bad news for Coyote. Warp Gate did just finish. He's got the 2 sentries down there. He's absolutely going to start warping things in. Coyote now putting down the base. There are 2 pylons there, so Happy's going to be able to warp in as much as he likes. 2 Zealots and 4 sentries is going to be the strike force, aided by the Mothership Core, and they are going to get a cancel on that.
That is a lot of sentries. Early layer going down. Not many units from Coyote, just a spine crawler. So he's going to have a very thin defense of this, but he's going to be creating some units now as 8 Zerglings come in as he sees Happy taking down this 3rd base. Does get the cancel, so at least he does not lose all that money, but wastes a few more seconds chasing down that drone. Phoenix comes in, hallucination to scout, see what's in the main base. Doesn't see a whole lot of anything. 10 Lings going to be popping, so now Happy has to decide whether he wants to push this or not.
Does see that there's not a lot of units, and it does see that there is a layer going down. So it looks like it could be open, and it looks like Happy's going to try his luck at moving in here. Lings are moving forward.
Robo coming down behind this for Happy, so he's looking to, if nothing else, just put a nice contain on the Zerg and transition out of it, likely into Colossus behind it. So no roaches coming down yet. Hydralisk then going down after +1 range attack upgrade. So we're going to see Coyote looking to transition too, as Happy just decides to head on home with that recall after denying that base for quite a while. Does still have a pylon here, but that's going to be easily taken out by Zerglings. Likely is the one on the low ground, as I think they can see it. Yes, they can, so they know that's there, so that's not going to last for long. 3 pylons.
What a nice delay.
Yeah, he did definitely delay. He's been doing a great job of holding the bases at bay, but Happy's going to be wanting to take a 3rd base of his own down here, and this Overlord poop and creep all over the place is going to hold him up a bit in the same regard.
Happy getting there just as the Overlord was dropping creep, though, so it didn't get much on the ground, and that is going to clean up rather quickly.
As Protoss, that is probably one of the most annoying things in the world, because it does take a really long time for that creep to recede if it's been there a while.
Now a group of Lings is moving forward to the left of the natural, or I guess north, rather.
Big swell of Hydras coming in, 12 in production with that range attack upgrade about to finish. Lings poking away at that sentry. Nice force field goes down to deny that. As the rest of the army comes back to fend those Lings off, they do not want anything to do with these Zealots and sentries, as they would take heavy losses. But he's not even going to get the chance to scout that 3rd base, but I think he has a sneaking suspicion that it's there.
He absolutely knows it's there. He's trying to find an attack path to let him in. So he's going to run it. Well, Lord's going to run around.
One Hallucid Phoenix isn't enough. Why not 2? Those are obviously hallucinations to Coyote as they dissipate, but Coyote doing a big swing around with those Lings. He's going to get up into this 3rd base while Happy's army is halfway across the map. Coyote going to be able to do a lot of damage to this. I don't think Happy's going to be able to get back to deal with this, so he's going to likely force a cancel here as he attacks the Nexus and the pylons. Warps in 3 Zealots, but that's not going to be enough to hold him off. His army can get back in time, he can fend this off, but it's looking pretty close.
Coyote is going to take some Ling damage here. did lose a few. Is not able to get that cancel off. That is not good. He did kill 2 pylons, but what he really wanted was that cancel, I think.
Yeah, I think he really should have targeted that Nexus instead of going for the pylons right away, as that didn't really get him a whole lot, but that extra damage may have forced the cancel on that Nexus. But who's to say?
Blink and extended thermal lance coming down for Haffy now, and that's going to be incredibly effective against Coyote, as he's only getting Lings and Hydras at the moment. Now the Hydras are moving in to finish off that Nexus, now finished, so that ended up working out in his favor, allowed it to finish.
Oh,
he's
nice.
going to lose a lot of Hydras here. Oh my goodness. So much Hydra damage. This is not going well for Coyote.
Excellent force fields from Haffy, but those sentries are not going to be so effective against those Hydras that are trapped. He does get them down, but loses quite a few sentries in the process. But did get the job done. He wanted to get that Nexus out of the way, and it did.
Ling run by in the natural now, doing a decent number of probes, killing a decent number of probes. The recall's going down, but Coyote sees it and immediately runs out of there, sending them straight back to the third. Going to get a few more probe kills, or at least he's going straight for that cancel, it looks like, actually.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get a cancel off of that, too. That's enough Lings, and the health's getting down there. Is he going to get the cancel? Oh, force fields go down, and he saves it. Oh, my gosh.
Great force fields.
Great play by Haffy.
Hydras going around the north side of the map. He's just trying to hit on 2 opposite locations, really making that mothership core spend its recall energy.
A lot of Hydras coming into the natural here, but Haffy has his army at the ready, and the Colossus is there, so... Oh, if Coyote gets in there, he could target that Nexus down as he get... Not Nexus, the Colossus. You gotta target
jeez, and that was just bait for the Hydras to stick around for the force fields, and they all get killed.
If I was him, I would have done the same thing, obviously. I got really excited about that Colossus out there.
I mean, it was juicy fruit.
Juicy fruit indeed. Looks like a
Juicy
+2 attack coming down. Templar Archives coming down also for Happy, so he's going to be looking to go into that Storm, which is so good against those Hydras. Hydra speed coming down as well. Corruptor's coming in as he sees those Colossus. He's opting to go for the old school Corruptor route instead of the new school Vipers.
And Happy is predicting this as well. He has 1 Colossus out there, and now he's going Templar Archive. So he's going to be able to get High Templars out after this Colossus dies, and then all these Corruptors are going to be useless.
Yeah, it's really smart of Haffy, as a lot of times now he hasn't really been able to get in to scout a timing of a hive if there was going to be one, but doing a nice play to fake his opponent out into accounting for that Colossus.
And geez, oh Pete, he's just taking... Coyote is taking so much damage on all these light units from that Colossus. He does need to kill it, and that Colossus, or the Corruptor shows up to kill it, but after taking heavy damage, sentries, stalkers, immortals, just so many units here doing damage all over the place, he is probably going to lose that 4th up there. 9
Hydras and 12 Zerglings in production, though, so that unit count is going to be able to clean this up likely if Haffy does not get the immaculate force fields he needs. There is a lot of weakened roaches in that, Hydras in that group, though, so if he doesn't manage that just right, these drones were able to get out by sneaking around the backside, so nice play there. Haffy minding himself here, trying to not get himself in a bad position, but these Hydras and Lings are coming around to try and cut off this force.
Lings going to the back to try and get a little bit of a surround. They end up not doing it. Force field's going down. These oh my goodness, look at all those Hydras trapped. Minimizing the damage to Happy's army. Happy losing everything still, but able to do some damage. But look at that, 4 Stalkers and a Colossus coming forward, so even though he lost that main army, the backup is going to be dealing a lot of damage to these Hydras.
So it looks like both players are going to pull off there. A lot of damage was done, but Coyote does have a 3rd base down now that he's getting all of his workers into after he lost his original 3rd and deciding to move down here. He does have better creep spread down here, so potentially able to defend that a little better and see what's coming as he's spreading towards his opponent's 3rd base as well. Storm research is about done, as well as attack upgrades. More Colossus coming in, High Templars. Haffy is getting everything that he needs to deal with this mass Hydra army here.
And we don't really see a big tech switch here from Coyote, so if that continues, then these units are going to get chewed up by those Colossus and High Templar.
Yeah, it is going to be nasty. He's up to 3 Colossus now as he adds that High Templar. They are getting up to enough energy for Storm. Looks like they have approximately 10 more seconds or so, 10-15 seconds till they've got Storms. 1 Zergling here is going to scout a move out as he does not quite see that army, but he's going to see if they move Coyote trying to put down his 4th base again as Happy sits back a little bit.
Overseer working overtime, moving between all these bases, trying to scout out every little thing.
Yeah. Coyote putting down a Baneling nest, actually. I don't know what I think about this plan. Unless he's planning to do drops of some kind, it just does not seem like that good against Colossus and Storm.
If you can catch those High Templar off guard, then you can really blow them up pretty easily, but it's not often that Protoss players are not paying attention to their High Templar.
It's true, and as we saw in the Baneling Fun Day Monday last week, you can destroy an entire army with some well-placed Baneling drops. But it looks like he's going to be going for the Ling Baneling Hydra only army.
Oh, and these Corruptors are just sitting in the middle of the map. The Stalkers are going to clean those up. One goes down, blink forward, killing the Overseer. Oh, no, killing the Corruptors. And are they going to get the Overseer?
That was a nice, always a good idea to get blink when you see the Corruptors on the field, because if you can catch them out of position like that, you can kill 2 or 3 real easy by just a simple blink up. But it looks like Happy wants to make an issue of this as he moves up
Coyote
the
making
Raptor.
great flanking position. Ling's in the back, Ling's in the front, Baneling's popping in every direction. Storm's going down on the Hydras, doing huge amounts of damage. The Corruptors are in a great position to hit those Colossus. More Storms cleaning up. All the Lings walk right into it. So those units are just getting cleaned up. Happy just saying good night, sweet prince, to Coyote. I'm moving in your base. In the meantime, there are Zealots at the top base, killing a Queen, going to be killing that.
Happy loses a couple misplaced Templar that were up in front of his army as the Hydras came in there, but nice blink up to the 3rd base there.
Oh, look at those drones die.
Happy's also attacking and killing the original 3rd, now 4th base of Coyote, so Coyote's going to be in a hard spot here. This is looking like it's going to spell disaster for him.
Yeah, this was a huge attack for Happy, killing 2 bases at pretty much the same time. Pretty effective, not using a lot, losing a lot of units here. And oh, look at that! Are they going to see that base? Yep.
He did cancel it, so it doesn't really matter, as there still is a drone back there, but he knew it was there, blinking forward to take that out. But Coyote wants to see if he can do any damage at all, coming up with a small army of Lings and Hydras trying to poke at this 4th base of Happy, but he's going to be able to get some damage on here. But the Stalkers blink up to take that out. Is going to spell
Coyote GG's.
Absolutely. Good game. Good game indeed. As we predicted, the Colossus Storm Templar is just too much for an all Hydra, all Zergling, all Baneling army.
You know, you got to hand it to Coyote, though. He was really keeping that army mobile. He was attacking at multiple fronts at the same time, trying to get as much done as he could, but he was just taking such heavy losses he wasn't able to get a critical mass of units up, and therefore having a hard time doing as much damage as he would have liked.
Absolutely. I'm just laughing at the message I was getting there. But that was a good game indeed. So it looks like Coyote is going to bid adieu after winning game 1, losing game 2 to Happy. So next game is going to be Happy.